Welcome to Dr. Shimshon Isseroff, USA, Chidon 2021. Closing ceremonies begin now. It's quite today. Really mastered this virtual Chidon. We look forward to being back in person with everybody next week. We've really done it well. Great tours with Nathaniel Salavat, some wonderful shiurim, Benny Ram, Noah Notice, a Tara Calvin. We had contestants around the country. It was a difficult exam. People worked hard and did an excellent job. Excellent job taking their test, showcasing their knowledge. There was a panoply, some difficult emojis created by Rabbi Josh Blowski. Welcome to the Dr. Shimshon Isseroff, USA 2021 National Finals, everybody. Not a small thing to be a national finalist. Over 500 people took those tests this year, and you guys are the top 200. Of over 70 to 80 schools/clubs. You guys qualified as national finalists. Mega props to you, leaders. Welcome once again to the Dr. Shimshon Isseroff USA Chidon Tanakh National Finals. These are going to be our closing ceremonies, and stick with it. We're going to be here and going to learn quite a bit about some very special individuals, continue to review and learn some wonderful Torah. But before we do anything, let's get some welcomes from contestants from around the country that have sent in videos. I'll just note, we didn't get in all the videos, but we'll send in a compilation of everybody videos afterwards. But let's just get a glimpse, a sense of the many ages, groups, people from around the country who participated in the Dr. Shimshon Isseroff USA Chidon Tanakh. Josh, hit it. Dr. Shimshon Isseroff.
Hi, my name's Olivia Wagner.
And I'm Leah Shea.
We live in Los Angeles, California.
And we go to Harkem Hillel Hebrew Academy.
Our favorite pasuk is from Root Perek Aleph, pasuk Tet Zayin.
Ki el asher tachi elech uve asher talini alin amecha ami ve'elohecha Elohi.
Hi, my name is Elisa Shayevitz from Hillel Torah in Skokie, Illinois, and my favorite pasuk from this year's Chidon is from Root Perek Zalid. Yitain Hashem et ha'isha haba'a el beitcha kerachel v'kelea asher banu shtehem et Beit Yisrael.
Hi, my name is Gabriella Calashore. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I go to Masterman, and my favorite pasuk from this year's Chidon is ותאמר רות אל תפגיעי בי לעוזבך לשוב מאחורייך כי אל אשר תלכי אלך ובאשר תליני אלין עמך עמי ואלוהיך אלוהי.
My name is Yosef Moshe Bennett. I live in Fairlawn, New Jersey, and I attend Yeshivat Hatid. My favorite pasuk from this year's Chidon material is from Sefer Dvarim. Shaleach teshalach et ha'em et habanim tikach lach leman yitav lach ve'achta yamim.
Hi, my name is Yitzchak Spivak from Monsey, New York. I go to Yeshivas Or Ruvain, and one of my favorite psukim from the Chidon this year is this pasuk in Sefer Yirmiyahu. ואמרתי לא אזכרנו ולא אדבר עוד בשמו והיה בלבי כאש בוערס עצור בעצמוסי ונועסי כלכל ולא אוכל.
Hi, my name is Elon Ram from Westchester Day School. My favorite pasuk on this year's Chomer is Ve'alva et zonecha ve'lisno et oavecha כי הגדת היום כי אין לך שרים ועבדים, כי ידעתי היום כאילו אבשלום חי וכולנו היום מתים, כי אז ישר בעיניך.
Hi, I'm Josh Koplow from Skokie, Illinois. I go to Hillel Torah, and my favorite pasuk from Chidon this year was Vayikayola b'shofar v'yamdu kol ha'am v'lo yirdefu od acharei Yisrael v'lo yasfu od lachem.
Hi, my name is Kelly Fatian. I'm a 7th grader from Yeshiva Flatbush in Brooklyn, New York. And my favorite quote from Chidon this year is Chizku ve'imtzu al tir'u ve'al tiratzu תרצו מפניהם כי אדוני אלוהיך והוא ההולך עמך לא ירפך ולא יעזבך.
Greetings from Farber Hebrew Day School, Yeshivat Akiva in Southfield, Michigan. I'm Rabbi Nemes.
I'm Elishama.
I'm Judah.
And I'm Ariella.
Our favorite pasuk this year from Chidon Tanakh is
from Eov, Perek Bet, Pasuk Yud. Vayomer Eleha, Kedaber Achat Hanefalot Tidaberi. Gar et Atov Nekabel Me'et HaElokim, Ve'et Hara Lo Nekabel, B'chol Zot Lo Chata Eov Bisvatav.
Hi, my name is Batsheva Berger and I go to Torah Academy for Girls. And my favorite pasuk is Kikaro Pilacha Davar Me'od Beficha U'Bovav Chalasus.
Hello, my name is Elza Kozlo. I live in Bergenfield, New Jersey, and I go to Yeshiva Frisch. My favorite pasuk from the Chomer is Uvenayahu ben Yehoyada ben Ish Chayil, Rav Pa'ali Mikab Tzel, Hu Hika es Shnei Ari El Moav, Vuhu Yarad Vihika es Hari, Visocha Beor V'yom Hashaleg.
Hello, my name is Ellie Friedman. I live in Teaneck, New Jersey, and I go to Yavne Academy. My favorite pasuk is Devarim Perek Vav Pasuk Tet Vav. Hashkifa Mimon Kachecha Min Hashamayim Uvorich Et Amecha Et Yisrael Ve'et Hadama Asher Netata Lanu Kasher Nishbata Lavatenu Eretz Zvat Chalav Udvash.
Hello, my name is Elisha Kahan from Brooklyn, New York. I go to Yeshiva Flapish, and my favorite pasuk is from Eov. Umalach ba'al Eov hayamar habakar hayu choroshot vasunos raos ayadehem.
Hi, I'm Tamar Dahan from Rockville, Maryland. I go to Berman Hebrew Academy, and one of my favorite psukim from this year's Chomer is V'yesh tikva le'acharitech num Hashem v'shabu banim ligvulam from Yirmiyahu Perek Lamed Aleph.
My name is Ravaya Davis. I go to HMJDS and I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My favorite pasuk is from Shmuel Bet, Perek Hey, and Pasuk Yud Aleph, where it says, Vayeshev Aron Hashem Beit Oved Edom Hagiti Shlosha Chadashim Vayvarech Hashem Et Oved Edom Ve'et Kol Beito.
Hello, my name is Elon Merkin. I live in Los Angeles. I go to Gini Maimonides Academy, and I'm in 8th grade. My favorite pasuk from what we learned for Chidon is in Shmuel Bet, Perek Yutet, pasuk Zayin, where Yoav says to David, "Lavad sonecha v'lisna et ha'ovecha, ki yigadata hayom ki em lecha sarim v'avadim, ki yadati yom ki lu Avshalom chai v'chulanu hayom metim, ki ad yishar b'einecha."
Hi, I'm Avi Fledo Katz. I'm from NYC and I go to Yeshivat Amaz. My favorite pasuk from this year's Chomer is V'zacharta et Hashem Elokecha ki hu noten lecha koach lasot chayim.
Avi Friedman. I'm an 11-year-old and I live in New York City. And I go to Park East Day School, Rabbi Arthur Park East Day School. My favorite pasuk that we've studied in Chidon Tanakh this year is Dvarim chapter 28, pasuk 6, Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzeitecha.
Salamadein. I go to Yeshiva Flatbush, and it's a yeshiva in Brooklyn, New York. My favorite pasuk from this year was Ki lo ala lechem levado yichya adam, ki al kol motzafi Hashem yichya adam. It means that instead of just having like materials and basic needs, we also need Hashem and spirituality.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Fromer, and I live in New Rochelle, New York, and go to SAR Academy. My favorite pasuk from this year's Chidon is Ki karov elecha davar me'od beficha u'v'yivavcha la'asoto.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Cohen from Fair Lawn, New Jersey. I'm an 8th grader at Yeshiva Noam, and my favorite pasuk is Hashem Natan v'Hashem Lakach Yehi Shem Hashem Mevorach.
Hi, my name is Chana Aspir. I live in Teaneck, New Jersey, and I'm a sophomore at Nella High School for Girls. And my favorite quote in this year's Chomer is from Yirmiyahu, Perek Aleph, Psukim Vav and Zayin, and is Vayomer Aha Hashem Elokim. Hine lo yadati daber ki na'ar anochi, Vayomer Hashem Ilai, al tomar na'ar anochi, ki al kol asher ashalchacha tilech, ve'et kol asher atzavcha tidaber.
It's amazing to see the nodding heads around this Zoom as people were quoting psukim. Even if you don't know who the person was, you knew the psukim. It's like we have this shared language, and the beauty of that video was to both see the people who've been studying the material alongside you this year and see the shared language that you have. just a tremendous accomplishment. You know, these accomplishments, the Chidon's been around for over 60 years. And before we continue on to discuss some of the unique individuals that have made the Chidon what it is, it's only appropriate that on a unique day like today, we still have to take note of what's going on around the world. Today was a day of Avelut in Israel. It's hard to do anything specifically that feels appropriate. I'll quote a pasuk from Shmuel Bet that many of you are familiar with, and then we're actually going to take a 30 seconds just to have a moment of silence for the tragedy that happened in Meron. A lot of different emotions going through, but we have to make sure that we do that. So Shmuel Bet, we know the pasuk is Ha'avim v'Haneimim b'chayehem u'v'motam lo nifradu. In a unique and perhaps a little bit of a drushy way, I think it's possible to say that these people who are beloved to all are very much lo nifradu in the back of our minds throughout all of our celebrations today. We're just going to take 30 seconds to just keep those 45 individuals in mind. Okay, we're going to switch gears. Now we're going to talk about somebody who just turned 100 years old this year, Dr. Shimshon Isseroff, after whom the Chidon Tanakh was named as of last year, somebody who helped build the Chidon Tanakh into what it is. On his shoulders, the Chidon Tanakh continued for decades, and it's an honor to have the Chidon named after him. We're going to have a short video where we hear from Dr. Shimshon Isseroff's grandson. If you noted, on the final exam, the last question was all about grandchildren and grandsons. That was very intentional. It was leading into this question it was leading into this video right now. So let's listen into a short tribute to hear just a little bit about Dr. Shimshon Isseroff. And obviously there's more in the brochure that we sent out, paint a picture of the unique individual that he is and the legacy that we're proud to shoulder by carrying his name. Josh, go for it.
Shalom uvracha to the contestants at the Chidon HaTanakh. So I'm sure all of you understand what it means to be under pressure. But I have my own story. Back when I was in second grade on the first day of school, and the teacher hands out the Chumash workbooks and says, Ellie, please turn to the first page of your booklet and read the author's name out loud. I open the page, and there it is. Dr. Shimshon Samson Isseroff. Ellie, please tell the class, who is that? That is my grandfather. And the teacher looked at me with these eyes saying, we are expecting a lot from you this year. So whether or not I accomplished that, that's a different story, not for today. But my grandfather's academic accomplishments are a clear part of his biography. But the lesser well-known part is my grandfather's smile and his kindness and the way that every time I would ever greet him, he wanted nothing more than just to see me be happy. And I have now a girl in second grade in the same school that I went to, and while they're using different notebooks, Zadie Shimshon actually just turned 100 years old, and my daughter, Zadie Shimshon's great-granddaughter, still gets to experience that soulfulness and that kindness that emanates from him. We come into his house, and his eyes light up, and he looks at her, and even though there's almost 92 years spanning their two lives, somehow this older, gentle soul is able to make my daughter smile and to make her feel like, she's the most special thing in the world. Oh, what a beautiful girl over here. What's your name? And he'll look at her directly in the eye and give her, that utmost attention. And I'm just so happy that kindness and that beautiful smile that my grandfather has is being passed down to the next generation. Congratulations to all the contestants at the Chidon. Wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.
That's Dr. Shimshon Isseroff, a small glimpse. Zichor Yemot Olam, Binu Shenot Dor Vador. There's so much that we can learn from the generations before us. But there's also, not a but in addition, there's also so much we can learn from those around us. One of the people that I want to introduce you to, somebody whose reactions I think made her famous on the virtual Chidon last year after she came in first place in the middle school division. This year, she competed internationally in the Israel competition. She placed in sixth place, learned over 450 prakim. We all know that the Chidon is not about winning, but it's pretty impressive with the knowledge she gained, the love of Torah is beyond powerful and beautiful. I want to introduce you to Sarah Shea, who's going to share a couple remarks.
My name is Sarah Shea, and I am a freshman at Ewell Girls High School and an alumnus of Harkam Hill Hebrew Academy. I have been involved with the Chidon Tanakh program for the past 2 years. From learning for the Chidon Tanakh, I have not only gained so much knowledge of the Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim, but I have also created a strong connection with Hashem and an appreciation for my ancestors, as well as my religion. Chidon Tanakh has inspired me to continue learning and growing as a Bat Torah. My favorite pasuk in the Tanakh is from Tehillim Perek Chaf Gimel. Ach tov v'chesed yildefuni kol yamei chayai, v'shafti b'beit Hashem le'orach yamim. I feel connected to this pasuk because I find it so beautiful, and I've heard it throughout my childhood, as it was my Saba Zichrono Livracha's favorite pasuk. I have always felt connected to it, and now I understand the actual meaning behind the words. It not only implies that I want to do only kindness and good in my life, but I pray to Hashem that He also sends me opportunities to do mitzvah and kindness so that I can be on the right path and sit in the house of Hashem, as it is said in the pasuk. This pasuk also connects to my Chidon journey, as Hashem sent me this opportunity, which is full of mitzvah, so that I can continue to learn and do good in the eyes of Hashem. I can only pray for more opportunities from Hashem, such as this has been. And lastly, I want to say a message to the Chidon Tanakh participants. Although this is a competition, the main purpose of this event is to learn Torah and strengthen your connection with Hashem. I believe that it is so important to be a part of this program, no matter how you did on the exams. Because even if you don't accomplish your goal, everyone here are winners. The fact that everyone studied and learned to get to this point is a huge accomplishment that you should all be proud of. Learning the Tanakh is such a big mitzvah that I hope everyone continues for the rest of their life. Personally, Chidon Tanakh has affected and changed me more than any other event in my life. It has changed my perspective of myself and my surroundings. I hope everyone continues to learn Torah and never stops. Good luck to everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Beautiful, couldn't have said it better myself. And now, what would a Chidon be without a Kahoot, right? We're going to have our concluding Kahoot. The winner of this Kahoot will walk away with a Steinsaltz Tanakh, Rav Steinsaltz Tanakh. There'll be other prizes as well. If you end up placing in the competition later on, then you may not get this prize, but you'll get other ones. Before we go into the Kahoot, let me just introduce the theme of the Kahoot by talking about one more individual. I almost feel like it's Aaron and Nechur. We have two people holding up the Chidon Tanakh. We have Dr. Shimshon Isseroff, whose name we now bear, and we have another unique individual who unfortunately passed away earlier this year. His name was Dr. Moshe Avital, an incredible individual, a Holocaust survivor, a unique educator, and somebody who was in my position for 12 years, ran the Chidon Tanakh throughout the 70s. I want to just give you a brief glimpse into who Dr. Shimshon Isseroff was to pay tribute to his memory. And starting this summer, hopefully we'll start getting out his incredible books to help you review for the Chidon Tanakh as well. Here's a brief glimpse into Dr. Moshe Avital talking a little bit about what he found to be unique and powerful about the Chidon HaTanakh. I'll explain after the video. Go for it.
When I was in the concentration camps, people were dying all the time, and we were talking amongst ourselves and saying, you know, we'll all die here and nobody will know even what happened. If with God's grace someone will survive, please tell the world what happened. I made a neder, a vow, that if I survive, I'm going to speak about it, I'm going to write about it, and that's what I did. I am speaking and I wrote about it. There are books out there. I want you to look at them because you cannot tell everything. You need 1,000 years to tell all the stories. I want you to remember 4 words in Hebrew, which will give you always, you will think of Yerushalayim, of what happened during the period of the Holocaust and all that. I call my children and my grandchildren, I call them Yaldei Hanisim, the miracle children. But I also say that they are my nechama, my comfort, and my nekama, and my revenge. And the other thing the other 2 words that I wanted you to remember is Shoah and Tkuma. There was this terrible Holocaust, but then came the Tkuma, the revival. The Jewish people were able to revive themselves and establish their own country, and look what they did in just 70 years.
When I had the zchut to meet with Dr. Moshe Avital 2 years ago, I sat down and we talked about the Chidon. He told me about how it was a couple of years before I was around in this position. And he said that when he would walk into the room and see the contestants that participated in the Chidon HaTanakh, this year, albeit it's virtual, he would say, that was my nechama and that was my nekama. Seeing Jewish children of all ages continuing to cherish and love the Torah, that was his nechama and his nekama against Hitler. That's what we're doing here, continuing that legacy. The Kahoot is themed on that framework, questions that have to do with nechama and nekama, and towards the end, channeling Dr. Isseroff, Dr. Avital. Dr. Isseroff, 100 years old. Thank God, he should live and be well. And Dr. Avital, Zichrono Livracha, will have some great questions about grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and Mesorah as well. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's get this Kahoot going. Ready? Sharing the screen. Here we go. You know what to do. www.kahoot.it. We had some great Kahoots before. I had Avi Shaver, co-host 1, Jacob Cholchamiro, co-host another Kahoot with me. Let's get this going. This is an 8-question Kahoot. 3rd place will go home with a copy of Rav Amnon Bazak's Ad Hayom Hazeh. 2nd place will go home with a copy of Rav Benny Lau's book on Yirmiyahu. And 1st place will get a copy of Rav Steinsaltz's magnum opus on Tanakh, his translation of Tanakh. So one I use every single day, or when I'm learning. Let's get it. Oh, we're already over 100. Great. 140. Yo. See what we get. You ready for this Kahoot? Are you ready, Elfish? Are you ready for this Kahoot? Ellie Friedman, are you ready for this Kahoot? Ruby Stepansky, a famed coach. Of course, Israel and Nechama Pollack are here. Are you participating in the Kahoot? Or you're gonna go easy on everybody? You'll go easy. You're lucky they're not. I don't know. You're lucky, everybody. Yitzchak Spivak's got the whole mishpacha here. Panina Benjamin. Keep it going, get in. We're going to start the Kahoot in like 1 minute. Joshua Knoll and his dad is it Knoll or Knoll? I don't know. A silent K. Either way, he and his father have been tag teaming all day. Jeremy Arking, Yona Berman, Chana Spear sisters. They are a scary duo, let me tell you. Rami Harari, Anita MacBook Air. I feel like that's not her last name. Ruria Schwartz, Jonathan Farkas, the brother of the famed David Farkas, but also famous on his own right. Naomi Ruttenberg, David Tobias, Yosef Moshe Bennett. Let's go. We've got 1 minute, and then we're starting this Kahoot. Tamar Dehan, Helen from Silver Spring, Yoni Myers, Helen from Cleveland, some Midwest representation. Sarah Tumim has had an Israeli flag in her ear all day. I don't know if she's taken it out. Has been incredibly impressed with the entire Berger family. Ariella Goldberg, Esty Eisenberg. We've got cross-generational representation here. All right. Second to hit 7:30. We're starting this Kahoot. DL Rosenblum, you ready? Tamar Rosenfeld, you ready? Benny Ram, don't you dare participate. Avi Flato Katz, let's do this. Hadassah Adler, Sonny Diamond, let's do this. Guy Taylor, it's almost 7:30. A reminder that if you do end up placing, then I'm gonna move it down so you could come in 6 or 7 to still end up with a top prize. Samuel Cholchamiro, the Cholchamiro brothers. Leah Shea, we've got this. They don't stop. Sarah Shea was a beautiful speech before. Sarah, okay, here we go. Whether you're ready or not, the Kahoot begins. I will tell you, and I apologize in advance that it is Kahoot has not yet allowed for questions to be in both Hebrew and English. These questions are in Hebrew. I will translate them as quickly as I can, and then the Chidon will hopefully use its clout to change the way Kahoot works by next year. Sounds good, Ari Spivak? Sounds good, Ben Fisher? Are you ready? Emuna Spira, you ready? Are you? Oh, wow, the sisters are actually competing separately right now. You decided you wanted to split the winnings. I get it. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Israel Kaplowitz. You ready for this? Final round. 8 questions. Question number 1. Amina Emar Vaishlach blank malachim lenachamo. He sent messengers to comfort him. Remember, nechama and nikama, those words that Dr. Moshe Avital talked about before. Who did that? Vaishlach blank. It's a little bit, this is esoteric. Gabriel Cohen's got the Cohen families all there. This is like movie night. This is great. Gindi Maimonides is a party, everybody. Oh my gosh. They are such a crew. Let me tell you, they are a strong, emerging program out west. You guys got to watch out for them. David Hamelech is. This is to Nachash. You guys, once the Kahoot happens, you guys can write in the chat, I got it, or I didn't know that one, or you could just yell out Adiel's name. You can also do that. Okay, on to the next one. Here we go. Ben Ferber in the lead. Rami Harari, Jojo Miz, Ephraim Fisher, Chana Aspir. There's always an Aspir. Always an Aspir. Okay, on to the next one. Here we go. Shimon Ross, you ready for this? Shimon, you ready? Okay, here we go. Question number 2. Al ezo ir ne'emar vaishlach yado hamalach blank l'shachta vayinachem Adonai al hara'a. We actually had a picture from this one before. We had a picture from this one before too. The answers are piling in. Merlin SS. You have it. What is the answer? What could it be? Ariella Goldberg, the entire family's there. Oh, the Saidi Mishpacha. What would the Chidon be without the Saidis? Welcome, Avi Shaver. Hello. And the answer, what is it? Adiel Rosenblum, I feel like you got this. Adiel, did you get this one? You got it. Yeah, that's, at this point. Avi Flail Cat to lead. It was. What was the answer? What was the answer? Somebody write in the chat. What was the answer? I think I already showed it. Okay, question number 3. Still a nechama. Al min ne'emar vayinachamu oto al kol hara'a asher avi Adonai. Vayachamu oto. Interestingly, we don't cover this whole sefer. It's a difficult one. Mickey, this is a tough one. This is a tough one, Mickey. Mickey was like flexing his arms during the Kahoot before. It was like clearly like a workout for him. It's a mental workout, but he was feeling it physically. Sarah Tolchin, Jeremy Schindel. Yes, the answer is Eov. Okay, This next one, the Kama doesn't come up so often in our material. The Shields family. Oh, classic Shields family. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Myanmar. Oh, I actually mixed them up a little bit. So Nekama will come a little bit. I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite psukim. If you don't know the answer, Jeremy, who are you going to ask? Your parents, your grandparents. I actually quoted the beginning of it before. Zechor yemot olam binu shnot dorvador Sari Rosen. Noah Garson is doing this in a car. That's how cool she's doing it. All right, here we go. Onwards march. Indeed, it's Moshe Rabbeinu in Parshat Ha'azinu. Avi Fledo Kat takes the lead, followed by Shields, Maya Tret, Jacob Kolchamiro. Get out of there, Kolchamiro, and Yitzhak Spivak. Here we go. Mi Amar, here's the Nekama question. Harninu goyim amo kidam avadam dichom v'nakam yashiv letzara v'chiper admato amo. It's quoted throughout Tehillim again. Sarah Shea is like, yeah, I know this one. Did that one come up one of your exams? Kelly is pretty good. Elon Merkin, Grace, Rafi Sloan. Sylvia, did you get this one? It's a tough one. Moshe Rabbeinu, that was the end of Hazinu. We just went from the beginning to the end of Hazinu, Adi Hacker. That was a good one. I feel like you got it. Okay, Avi Fledo Kat, Shield, Yitzchak Spivak, Joshua Knoll, Ephraim Fisher. Here we go. On to the next round. Almina Emar, Vayired Banav, Vet Bnei Banav Arba Derot. Yes, the Cohen family, this is a repetition from the exam, but it's such a beautiful pasuk. Real nachas. He got to see not just his children, not just his grandchildren, but his great-grandchildren. We saw a picture of Dr. Isseroff with his great-granddaughter before. We're talking about the smiling before that's passed on from generation to generation by Ed Benavid. Eov. And Eov, indeed, it's a beautiful end. All right. We've got Ephraim Fisher, Benny Ram, Joshua Knoll Shields, and Avi Fledo Katz. Here we go. Myanmar Kilochen Beiti. We're talking about a home. Beiti im el kibrit olam samli arucha b'chol shmura. My household, there's an eternity. There's some type of guarantee that his house, the home he creates, there's something eternal that's being created. I think it's Kalev. What do you think, Shimon? Shimon, do you think it's Kalev? He's not giving anything. Galit, do you think it's Kalev? Nah. Avi Shaver is not giving anything away. It is David Hamelech, indeed. The word Bayit is in Milat Mancha, comes up all the time. Okay, I think, is this the last question? I think it's me. The Fia Pasuk. This is it. This was my Rabbi Eliezer Cohen Zichrono Livracha's favorite pasuk. It is the pasuk I have on my shtender, at least the beginning of it. It's Kihi chochmatchem uvinatchem le'enei blink. And then it goes on, it says, the Fia Pasuk miomru ve'amru rak am v'chacham v'navon. Hagoy hagadol hazeh. Our Torah learning is not just meant, I'm going to give it away. I'm going to get too into it and give it away. Rav Abrams is here. What's a Chidon Tanakh without Rav Abrams? Here we go. Our Torah is not just for us, but to spread to the world. You guys know Torah so well. This is Torah you have to share with everybody now. All right. You guys ready? Thank God Mr. Stepansky, Ruby Stepansky wasn't, participating. Otherwise, we'd be in trouble. Barkai Yeshiva is all gathered around. Barkai Yeshiva, Gindi, my mom needs, they're doing Chidon parties. We're going to make this a thing. Well, no, we're all going to be in person next year, so we'll have the party in person. Here we go. Chidon Finals Kahoot. In third place, the Shields family. In second place, Benny Ram, who will not be getting a prize. In first place, Avi Fledo Katz. The runners-up are Yitzhak Sviva again. I missed the fifth one. All right, there we go. Good work all around. I'm sure it told you what place you specifically came in. There are two things left to do now. Revaya's Bubi, are you ready for this? Revaya, we love having your grandparents here. Should be Shepping Nachas. Barkai Yeshiva, are you ready for this? Barkai Yeshiva, are you ready? Gindi, are you guys ready? Formans, are you ready? What we're going to do now is two things. Number one, we started a new tradition last year. The new tradition is we make a siyum. We make a siyum. After the siyum, we have to do what we have to do. We have to announce winners, right? Okay. But before that, before that, we're going to do a siyum. Now you may say, well, I didn't finish a sefer. You tell me, after learning 60, 70, 80 prakim, you didn't accomplish something amazing by going through the chomer of the Chidon HaTanakh? You're kidding yourself. Obviously, you're going to continue learning. We're going to start with Bereshit tomorrow when we start the next material. We're going to start with Melachim Aleph. There's a lot of Torah to learn. But Hadran Alach, we have our own little text of Hadran Alach for this Chidon material. If you stick around for 5 years, we'll actually come back to in the Chidon. Some people like Benny Ram actually did that. But let's do the siyum. Josh, can you put the text up? I will let you know as well that as I get this siyum, as we do the siyum, please, if you have your certificate that demonstrating that you are a national finalist or you have your Tanakh, please make sure to have it on hand. After the siyum, we're going to spotlight some people. And if you're showing your certificate off, you're showing your Tanakh, you definitely, yeah, Revaya, I like it. There you go. If you have your certificate or Tanakh, I want you to showcase that and hopefully you'll get some playtime. Josh, do you have the text for the siyum? Thanks. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to read the text. If you want, Eyal Fish, I love it. Framed. Some people have had it framed already. Ayelet, listen to this text. I'm going to read this text in Hebrew and English. You can hold that certificate up. You can read it along with me. Think about it, but just think about the year of accomplishments, all of the prakim that are going through your head right now. And I read at the top one of my favorite lines. You may have gone through the Sefer, but the Sefer go through you. The psukim that we heard from everybody before made it clear. Psukim, we're going through a lot of people here. Hadran Alach, Sifrei Vayikra, Bamidbar, Shmuel, Aleph, Ezra, Nehemiah. Oh, hello, Josh, we've used the wrong text. Don't worry, I'll replace it. Hadran Alach, Sifrei, Devarim, Shmuel Bet, Ruth, Daniel, Eov, Yirmiyahu. Don't worry about it, Josh. I'll get it. Can you pull it up a little hard, a little out? 1 second. Adonai Eloheinu v'lo avotenu, shebizchut sifrei Tanakh uvizchut piskeihem. Josh, can you make it a little bit larger? Thank you. Perfect. That's what we're waiting for. Adonai Eloheinu v'lo avotenu. שבזכות ספרי תנ"ך ובזכות פסוקיהם ותיבותיהם ואותיותיהם ונקודותיהם וטעמיהם ובזכות נביאי האמת שופטי ישראל וצדיקי הדורות המוזכרים בספרי התנ"ך נזכה להיות נועם אדוני אלוהינו ומעשה ידינו כהונה עלינו ונשמח ונעלוז בדברי תלמוד תורתך ומצוותיך וחוקותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו והם נהגי יומם ולילה. If you never got a certificate, it's probably on the way in the mail. Some things are in the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, or maybe the Postal Service. You'll get it, Joseph. Don't worry. It's coming. The Tanakh as well. Let's just read it in English as well. We will return to you books of Devarim, Shmuel Bet, Ruth, Daniel, Eov, and Yirmiyahu, and our thoughts are always on you. May it be your will, God, that in the merit of the books of Tanakh that we learn, and in the merit of all the chapters, verses, and letters that we learn, and the merit of all the prophets, judges, and righteous of Israel that are included in these books, we should merit to feel the presence of God in our daily lives and the work of our hands. We should continue to find joy in learning the Torah and laws, for they will give meaning and spirituality to our lives. May it be your will, God, that just as you help us learn these books of Tanakh, you will continue to help us complete more books of the Torah, both Torah Shebichtav and Torah Shebal Peh, but not only to complete books, but also to cherish, keep, and truly love the words contained within the books. May this love of Torah continue. May this love of Torah continue to guide us, our children and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren for many years to come. Mazal Tov on an amazing year of the Chidon HaTanakh. Show off those certificates in Tanakh. Ellie Freeman, the youngest who thinks is in right here. Anita Benjamin, Oh, look at that. Shaka Panina Benjamin. Also, again, if this is difficult, you're going to have to come going back. Oh, look, and the grandparents were watching. There. Oh, look at that! Marka Yeshiva! Representing! Amazing work, Marka! Kolakavod all around. Ora Gordon. Nami Harari. I just learned so much about the Cowboy Yoni Fires. U.S. representation in Janet family. Lopez. Celebrating. That is what you need to do. Cohen. Kolak of Mazal Tov all around. Wow. Wow. I love the crews getting together. The families coming to celebrate the Chidon. Guys, oh my gosh, Gabrielle Kalashur, Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov. Judah Marcus. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. I love it. I love it, guys. Mazal Tov all around. Okay. Look, guys, the competition we all know is about the learning, the Torah Lishma, as Sarah Shea said so beautifully before. But there is a winner. There has to be a winner at some point. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to announce the winners in each division. And after that, please stick around. The ceremony will conclude with all of us singing Hatikva together. It's been an emotional roller coaster of a day, a beautiful day. The past 45 minutes, it's just been so beautiful to kind of be here in this Zoom room with you. Here's how it's going to go. In the English 6th through 7th grade division and in the Hebrew 6th through 7th grade division, I will announce the top 3. In the English high school division, I will announce the top 3. And in the Hebrew 8th grade division and the Hebrew high school division, I will announce the top 5. The winner of the Hebrew 8th grade division will go on to compete in Israel. The winner of the English high school division will go on to compete in Israel. And the top 2 in the Hebrew high school division will go on to compete in Israel. So if you're in 8th grade and you're like, oh my gosh, this was almost my year, you should do it in high school. Just keep on doing the Chidon. You even get to learn more Sfarim. And everybody else will get wonderful prizes. 5th, 4th, and 3rd will all get copies of Ad Hayom Hazeh by Rav Amnon Bazah. Anybody who came in 2nd place will get a copy of Rav Benny Lau's Yirmiyahu. Anybody who comes in 1st and is not going to Israel will get a beautiful copy of Rav Steinsaltz's commentary on Tanakh. Okay, so we just end it now. Should I just skip? Oh, maybe we'll just stop. Yeah, Amuna, should we just stop right now? Ayala, should we just skip the whole now? Okay, we'll do it. Here we go. In the English 6th and 7th grade division, in 3rd place, Evan Weinstein. Oh, the Weinstein family! From Beth Meyer Religious School, representing in North Carolina. We love it. Love having the Weinstein family as part of the Chidon. In 2nd place, from Bet Tefillah, Devora Benus. And in 1st place, in the 6th and 7th grade division, will be strong competition next year. taking home a beautiful set of the Steinsaltz Tanakh. First year doing the Chidon, but brought her all, Taylor Schechter from JCDS Boston. Look at that. Kayla Mazal Tov, first place, first year in the Chidon. We look forward to seeing you compete for many more years in the Chidon. Kol HaKavod. Hebrew 6th and 7th grade division. In third place from Yavne, Ellie Friedman. Wow, Mazal Tov, Ellie, third place, Kol HaKavod. In second place, from the Yeshiva of Flatbush, Salomon Dayan. Oh, they can't even hold their camera straight. Look at that celebrating. Woo, you did it. And in first place, all of these people are competitors next year and walking home with some great prizes this year. In first place of the 6th and 7th grade in the Hebrew division from Yeshivat Noam, Mickey Karelnik. Go Mickey! Oh, that's right, Mickey. You weren't just winning the cahoots before. What a reaction. Kol HaKavod, Mazal Tov. We look forward to seeing you compete many more years in the Chidon HaTanakh. Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov. All right. Let's get to it. In the Hebrew, oh, sorry, went out of order there. In the English, high school division, in third place, from the Donna Klein Jewish Academy in Florida, Eden Richmond. Kol HaKavod, Eden. Bringing home some medals to the South, loving it. From Beth Tefillah, in second place, Jeremy Schindel. Mazel Tov, Jeremy. And in first place, representing us, America and Israel, next year in the International Chidon 2022, from Beth Tefillah, Yisrael Kaplowitz. Mazel Tov, Yisrael. We're so proud of you. We're so excited to have you representing us in the Chidon next year. Kol HaKavod. Kol HaKavod. Okay. You just want to stay with everybody's reactions. There's so much live. Shamra zot le'olam le'yetzer machshavot levav amecha. That's Divrei Hayamim. It doesn't come up in the material. Okay. Now let's do the Hebrew 8th grade division. What a competitive division it was. Oh my gosh. I'll send out, if you're asking about the rest of the scores, by the end of the week, I'll be sending out some top placers around the country. Some people who came in 6th, 7th place were just short of making it here. I'll send that out a little bit later in the week. We'll also send out the winner of the panoply. That's still being compiled, but let's get to it. The Hebrew 8th grade division. In 5th place, from Yeshivat Noam, Gabriel Cohen. Look at that. Mazal Tov to the entire Cohen family. Kol HaKavod. In 4th place, from Westchester Day School, Eitan Rosenstack. Hey, Eitan, congrats. Kol HaKavod. Yeah, Gabriel, Eitan, we look forward to seeing you guys competing again next year in high school. Mazel Tov. In 3rd place, Flatbush is bringing home a lot of medals this year from Yeshiva Flatbush, Ariel Eisenberg. Ariel, 3rd place, Mazel Tov, we're so proud of you. In 2nd place, from Ben Porat Yosef, Ayelet Pupko. Ayelet, Mazal Tov, 2nd place. Wow, you were amazing. Kol HaKavod. These reactions are gold. And in 1st place, in the Hebrew 8th grade division, also representing America in Israel next year, from Yeshivat Ramaz, Avi Flato-Katz. There you go, Avi. He was emailing me back and forth about questions before. Knew his stuff, Kol HaKavod all around. And I'm telling you, this 8th grade division was tight. I'll send out some more some more scores later on today. Hebrew High School Division. Okay, let me tell you, I have never seen a more competitive year. I've been running the Chidon for 6 years now. This high school division, the people who were in the high school division, the finalists here, knew their stuff so well. We had a tiebreaker actually for another time. And one of my worst nightmares is people getting, like over a 90. Happened a lot. I guess I have to write a harder exam next year. But let's get to it. In 5th place in the Hebrew high school division, somebody who places every year in the Chidon, whose life is the Chidon HaTanach, who we're so proud to have as part of the Chidon probably from the beginning, from 6th grade, if I'm correct. Ariella Foreman in 5th place from Shulamit High School for Girls. Mazal Tov, Ariella. 4th place, Adiel Rosenblum. Mazel Tov, Adiel. What a strong competitor. We're so proud of you. You've learned so much. Got to put somebody in every single place. So in 3rd place from Manhattan High School, Adi Hacker. Mazel Tov, Adi. We're so proud of you. So proud. We knew you were going to bring it home this year. We're so glad you came back and participated. You brought your all to the Chidon. So impressive. In 2nd place, in the Chidon HaTanach, representing us in Israel next year from Yeshivat or Reuven, first time we've had somebody from Yeshivat or Reuven, the entire family is sitting there and watching, Yitzchak Spivak. Can't wait to have you represent us in Israel next year, Yitzchak. Mazel Tov. Oh, look at that family hug. Oh my gosh, adorable. All right. And in 1st place in the Hebrew high school division, I think maybe got one question wrong. So at least I pulled that one on him. I told you it's a great day for Flatbush. From Yeshivat Flatbush, representing America and Israel next year, Alicia Kehan. Mazel Tov, Alicia. Chizku v'imsu, everybody. Bereshit and Shmua and Bereshit and Melachim Aleph. Right in front of you, just open up those beautiful Tanakh that were given to you. It's been a beautiful day. Can't wait to see so many of you again next year. Feel free to stand in your homes, but we're all standing together for a concluding Hatikvah. Mazal Tov once again on being a national finalist. You should all be so proud. Josh, hit it. Bereshit bara Elohim. Next year's material. See you soon.